lot of those Afghans had our fucking back.
Yeah.
And for the president of the United States to allow this shit to happen is fucking absurd.
Yeah,
and it gets worse.
Yeah, it does.
And it fucking gets worse. You know, I'm gonna try to... Never mind.
So
this is what happens when you fucking vote for somebody that cannot put a sentence together. This is what fucking happens. Right in front of everybody's fucking face on that first debate. It was right there in the open. You voted in an incompetent fucking moron to run this country, and this is the shit that happens.
I think you
should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
I think you know firsthand too, like a lot of us have bled for a lot of those allies over there. It's the same on their end. A lot of them have bled for us too. Coming from the JSOG assets that were out there, that there was a confirmed suicide bomber in the area traveling with another individual. They told us that they had the exact description of it. I'm getting this word from our intel assets. So me and a couple guys on the team, they're like, he's a younger individual, probably clean shaven, wearing a brown man dress with some like black outer garb of some sort and a black bag, traveling with an older individual. It's probably the guy kind of guiding him to do this. My first reaction, I was like, how the fuck do we have an exact description of this guy? We were just told the intel asset couldn't be compromised.
Unfortunately, that's the only fucking thing I agree with so far. You know why? Because the intel never stops. He's an insider.
We're told these things so we can stop what's happening.
But our leadership denied it.
I have my hard days. You know, what's happened has happened.
What does a hard day look like?
I have an ostomy, so I had my intestines rerouted through my stomach. So I have like a bag that I shit into, and there's days where I'll get out of the shower or whatever and go to fucking change my medical supplies, and I just fucking poop all over myself and shit like that. And that'll definitely do it in for me. But I'd say a hard day would be, or hard moments would be sometimes just struggling to do certain tasks because I'm missing a leg and an arm. It just sucks, honestly, I guess. You know, there's some days it just sucks. But every single time I have a moment or a time I want to cry or where I almost feel sorry for myself, I remind myself that there's 13 service members killed in action. I should have been number 14. You know, I'm here today and they're not, and their families and their loved ones have to live without them. We can't change the fact that these 13 service members were killed. So why the fuck do you have to lie about what happened? Why do you have to lie about what happened, what we experienced, what everyone out there went through, what we saw? How can John Kirby stand and say, as the press representative from the White House, how can he stand there and say that he didn't see any fucking chaos from his perch? And that's quote, I didn't see any chaos from my perch. Who the fuck talks like that? From your perch? Who talks like that? Who fucking says that? 13 Americans were killed, and you're gonna speak like that and say that everything was done right, that you couldn't see any fucking chaos from your perch. It's fucking disgusting.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
I'm sorry.
But it's someone's. I remember laying there on the ground and I was just like, please fucking kill me. Like, I'm in so much pain. Just please fucking put me out of my misery. I just kept trying to move and I couldn't. And as I'm fading, I'm like, man, yep. I was like, well, it's how it goes. And that's like all I really thought. I was just like, well, I'm dead, but I'm proud of what I've done and who I am. And I remember thinking that on the ground, and it was like, this is how it is. And I was in disbelief, but I wasn't scared. I just was like, wow. I was like, well, this is how it fucking is. Like, I'm gonna die here on the dirt in Afghanistan. I just hear, Tyler, coming, buddy. Oh fuck, it's Chaz. Like, he's gonna fucking get to me. I'm not gonna die. I remember seeing him stand over me, and he told me like he thought I was dead because I was just like looking at him, kind of how I was talking about your patch, you know, with your shield or on it. They fucking threw me on a riot shield and carried me out to the CCP. Yeah, I want to fucking meet the president. Who doesn't want to meet the fucking president? And he's like looking at me like, what the fuck? When is he going to be here? Like, he's going to be here in about an hour. 1 hour goes by, nothing. 2 hours goes by, nothing. I keep coming in like, do you want, you know, it's time for your meds. You want your meds? I'm like, nope, hold them. And my mom's furious. She's like, okay, like the Secret Service are coming into the floor. And I'm just like looking at this dude, and he like pats down my mom, pats down my buddy, and he's like over there. And I'm like, Mom, like what? She's nervous, you know, and I'm like, is that the president? Everyone in the room starts laughing. And The Secret Service agent starts laughing, and he like pulls down his mask, and he's like, no, he's like, but I work for him. I was like, oh my God, who's the fucking president? And just so much had happened, just had so much trauma on me. I had no idea who the president was. Who's the fucking president? And she's like, sweetheart, it's like, it's Joe Biden. I just leaned back and I was like, oh my God. The Secret Service dude just like beat red, like trying not to laugh. Jill Biden, their little entourage of people and like a photographer. Right away, like remember him coming up to me, trying to shake my hand. And I look at him, I don't have an arm. And my left arm is in this big ass cast, completely immobile. All I can do is move my head. My arm's gone. And he says, oh, and like kind of stands up and then like goes over to reach for my fingers because about an inch of my fingers are showing and just like grabs my fingers. Doesn't greet me or anything, just almost immediately starts talking about how their son served in the military. Doesn't say anything about what happened. My mom said this. She's like, I don't give a fuck. Say, I don't care what you guys fucking do. She's like, you better take care of him for the rest of his fucking life. I'm sitting there and he comes over to me and he leans over me. And I have a picture of this to prove it. I'll show you this picture that I have. He's like this close to my face and he's like, what do you want? And I said,
What do you want?
I said, what? He said, what do you want? And I'm just like confused. I just got blown up. I just fucking saw my friends die next to me. And I just want to be myself. And he's like, huh? And my mom's furious. And she's like, he said he just wants to be himself. He just wants to be him.